Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com.
JJ Buck.
Man was the number one overall pick. Wiggy. Don't do it. Don't get. No, never mind. The man was the number one overall pick. The man can ball. The man found a home. The man carried the Warriors to a 3-2 lead in the NBA Finals. The man is Andrew Wiggins, and he was terrific last night in a 104-94 Celtics victory over Warriors victory over the Celtics last night. Andrew Wiggins was terrific. Ferocious dunk at the end. 26 points, 13 rebounds, and played defense all night. And the Warriors are on the precipice, one win away from another NBA championship. Good morning to you. Merry Tuesday. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. How you living?
What it do?
Living like Andrew Wiggins?
Andrew freaking Wiggins. That's all I put in my notes. Dude has been unbelievable this entire postseason. He's confident. He's comfortable. He's stepped up big the last two games, not just defensively, but just cleaning the glass, grabbing the easy rebounds, getting the tough rebounds. And the Warriors got a golden glow this morning.
They do, and there's really something to what's going on here. Okay, that'll work. I'm going to hear from a lot of you. Well, Steph Curry had a bad game. Steph Curry was horrible. Steph, can we clarify something right off the jump? Steph Curry didn't shoot the ball well last night. Steph Curry was 7 of 22 from the field. That's a lot of shots. 0 for 9 for the first time in his career. He did not make a three-point field goal in a playoff game. Steph Curry, in his horrible, terrible, bad game, was the third leading scorer on his team. He had 16 points, dished out 8 assists. I thought played decent defense. And was there distributing. So while I'm not going to sit here and tell you he was spectacular, can I cut off the narrative, at least on our program, or maybe you feel differently? I don't know. We'll see. That Steph was bad last night. In spite of a bad game, a bad shooting game. Yes, did not shoot the ball. Do you think Steph Curry was bad last night?
Steph Curry had a bad offensive game.
Okay, I'll live with that.
What you just laid out, he's still an impactful player because of everything that Boston does defensively is geared towards Steph Curry. And we're kind of seeing the same thing for Golden State in terms of Jason Tatum. These teams are trapping those two guys when they have the basketball. They want the ball out of their hands. And Boston did a really good job defensively on Steph Curry. And that's why it's going to make this game harder than even Game 4. Just what the work they did on Steph Curry, the fact Golden State didn't shoot the ball well from three at all until the fourth quarter, when they hit some shots and timely Clay, again, hitting some threes. This is a Boston team that has to be frustrated. You saw it last night. They got frustrated defensively. They got sloppy late in the contest. And as we're sitting here talking about Steph Curry and his bad offensive game, you look up and you're like, Jason Tatum, 44 minutes, 27 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 of 20 from the field. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't feel like he had that kind of impact.
He didn't. But because he didn't. There were a lot of things in this game that I thought were huge. And obviously Wiggins was number one. There was a point in the second quarter when the Warriors were opening up their lead that I thought they were leaving too many points on the court. Do you ever get that feeling? And I know you do. Well, because we've talked about this. You watch a game, and a team is beating the other team, and they have a chance to just bury them, and they don't. And I thought at the time, and it wasn't just Steph, I thought they were missing a lot of three-point shots, open looks. And it ends up, you look at the final stats, the Warriors shoot 9 for 40 from three-point land. And it wasn't just Curry. And Curry had some good looks. I thought what you say, Boston did a tremendous job on him. They picked him up at halftime. They made him work on both ends of the floor. They attacked him on the defense, on the Boston offensive side. And they made him work for everything just to touch the ball on the offensive side. And so I thought his legs got heavy, his shots got short. But JJ, Clay missed a lot of shots early. I thought they left a lot out there. When Boston made that run, I got concerned for Golden State because I thought, all right, you didn't bury them when you had your chance, and here they come. And then down the stretch, the other dudes, and it was Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Peyton hit one, made their three-point shots. But for a team that lives by it, I thought last night they may die by it because there were a lot of dudes. I mean, there were a lot of open looks that they don't bury, and a team that's kind of made their hay on making three-point shots just didn't last night, and yet still won the game by 10 points.
It's what makes Golden State so scary. It's when we talk about Steph Curry, when he's not necessarily shooting well from three, how he can still impact a game. And if you're Boston, these last two games are incredibly frustrating because they're huge missed chances. We could be sitting here in a few days, Friday morning, and talking about a Game 7 going back because Boston has responded. And they went 7 games the last two series, but it just feels different. It feels like something is off with the Boston Celtics. As much trust as I put into this team, the belief that they do have so many weapons, the Warriors have played championship defense the last 2 games, and Boston hasn't been able to respond when it matters the most, and that's the fourth quarter. And those are the moments you're looking for that, all right, your line might look okay, but look at this. The stats are showing up on TV right now. Jason Tatum in the fourth quarter. 1 of 5 the last 2 games. And that was my main thing with Tatum, is he is really good about bailing out the game, letting the game come to him, playing within the Celtics offense. That's what makes them really good. But in those moments of needing to step up and say, hey, I'm going to carry us a few possessions, I'm going to get us a big bucket, I'm going to be able to step up and slow down this run, he wasn't able to do that, and he hasn't been able to do that. And now that is the biggest thing with Boston, is what they do late in games. Because the Golden State Warriors, the last 2 games, haven't blinked. What you just laid out, oh, did they leave too many points on the table? Here come the Celtics in the third quarter, and the Warriors are like, okay, nice run and all, but we're going to force you into a really bad shot late, which they did. The final possession for Boston in the third quarter ended in Jaylen Brown just throwing a bunch of junk up there because they were contesting everything defensively with Golden State. And all they do is turn around, and Jordan Poole hits a ridiculously long three-point shot
at the
buzzer. And then it's like, wait a second. The Warriors are leading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I thought that was a big moment. I thought that was a really big moment. And the way you described it is right. On both sides of the floor, it wasn't just and the highlights, they only show the Jordan Poole shot, but it was completely dictated by the way they played defense on the other side and forced Jaylen Brown into something that he didn't want. I think it tells you, when you sit there and watch Steve Kerr rest Stephen Curry 5 minutes, 6 minutes into a quarter, you're like, when are you going to bring him back? When are you going to bring him back? Because Gary Payton had 15 points off the bench last night and played defense. Kevon Looney gives you 2 points, but he plays defense. Do you see how many times Boston missed at the rim? Boston's bigger. Boston's stronger, supposed to be tougher, but what Kevon Looney gave them at the rim and the brim protection, and can we mention Draymond's name now? Can we mention Draymond? Who?
Thank you for showing up to the NBA Finals.
Who was very good yesterday.
Effective.
Yeah.
Played within himself. And this is when you're Boston, you're looking at it going, man, we did so good overall. And they did contest shots, and the Warriors, I think more people are going to look at them and say they miss shots they usually make. But to then sit there and for Golden State, I think this was a better team victory than Game 4. Like, they were scrappy, they were fighting. Steph had 43. Yeah. This was, we really have to step it up, and they did.
Well, they just showed you they can win in different ways. Yeah. Game 4, they won when Stephen Curry put everybody on his shoulders and said, all right, boys, let's go. Game 5, they won when everybody else put Stephen Curry on their shoulders and said, all right, Steph, let's go. To your point, I mean, that's what champions do. They can win different ways. That's why I kind of stuck with this pick the whole way, because there's so much more there. And I thought if Klay Thompson could give you something, that they have a chance to win the series. He was, 7 of 14 from the field last night. He gave you 21 points. He showed up in the fourth quarter, big in the fourth quarter when they needed him, didn't he? And I don't know, there's a swell, and I know social media, well, Wiggins should be the MVP. And honestly, right now it's Stephen Curry. And well, Jeff, did you see him play last night? Yeah, did you see him play the other 4 games? he was not just really good, he was sensational in 4 games, and he had an off shooting night last night. Now, if we go into Game 6 and Game 7 and he plays out like it did, we can have the Steph Curry or the Andrew Wiggins argument, right? Right now, yeah, Andrew Wiggins was the MVP of last night's game, but of the series, it's still Stephen Curry. Do you see this differently?
No.
Okay.
Andrew Wiggins has been one of the most consistent players, and
got paid. He's going to make a lot of money.
He's going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he has stepped up even more so when his team has needed it. The last 2 games, 16 and 13 rebounds for Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, and Dean, and playing on both sides of the floor. I'll listen to it. I mean, right, was he the best player last night? Yeah, he was. And your talk on Tatum? Look.
Isn't it? I just can't wrap. Because you watch him,
yeah,
and he's smooth. He's so good. But the main thing for me is late in games.
Well,
he has not been that dude at all in the NBA Finals.
And they're looking to him, and now I almost think they're looking to Jaylen Brown to do it. I almost think that Boston
you have to hit tough shots.
You have
NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And every look was difficult down the stretch, and these guys couldn't hit any of them.
Yeah, but for everybody.
And if we're looking at you saying Tatum, like, we believe, no, he's a star player, but to be a superstar in the biggest stage, you can't be 2 of 10 in the fourth quarter of the last 2 games.
There's a fine line, and he's a star. Yeah. He's a really good player. Now, he's got 2 more games to become a superstar. If he takes it over and wins games in the last 2 games in the fourth quarter, yeah, he's got room to be a superstar. But I'll tell you what, Andrew Wiggins is closer to it right now. What does Andrew Wiggins do now? Is he up after this year? Is his contract up?
I have to look at it. I think it's going to be a really interesting decision for Andrew Wiggins because he's still a really talented dude. Is this like the step for Andrew Wiggins that he knows now?
Well,
that if I go somewhere, I can be.
All right. Can he?
The guy.
Can he? Can he? Can Andrew Wiggins go be that guy? When we come back, we'll have this conversation. I'll tell you why the answer is no. Okay, but and why he's in the right spot, and if he knows what's best for his career, then I think I'll tell you why when we come back. I'm interested to see what you have to say. 505-246-0610. We'll get into Phil today. Did Phil even believe what Phil was saying yesterday at his press conference? There's a trade in the NBA yesterday. There's some NFL news for you. Charger drama. I love Charger drama. College World Series is set as well. It's the opening drive, 505-246-0610. Come on, play radio with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
For over 3 decades, nobody has had a...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco. For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship.
So 104.94 is the number. It was a spread yesterday. I promise it wasn't 10. Probably 3.5. You guys both took the Celtics, correct, yesterday?
Yeah.
We're kind of staying in our path. I'm not sure where I'm going on Thursday.
Back in Boston.
I kind of think this ends at Game 7, but tell you what, if you believe in Uncle Mo, so this whole little streak has been snapped. The Celtics have not lost back-to-back games since, okay, that's snapped. As is Stephen Curry's three-point shooting streak. By the way, how significant do you think that is? I think it just pointed out how insanely great dude is.
I think it's very significant.
That he didn't get one. Would you put him in just to get one? And they tried at the end. He had a wide open look and missed it.
Yes.
Like with 2
and
minutes.
Steve Kerr has done that.
Yeah.
With the multiple guys. He knows something is on the line. He'll give him that last opportunity. And this is one of those that the Warriors, they're happy. Like, yeah, we got the W, but in the back of Steph Curry's mind,
that's a bummer.
He knows that streak ended for him. And so he's going to be looking to start that in a big way in Game 6.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm not worried about Stephen Curry coming back in Game 6. I'm just not. I think Stephen Curry was in a shooting slump early in the playoffs. When they got blued out the built by Memphis, and yet they still won. Okay, it's a bummer that streak ends. And if you're a Stephen Curry fan, it's a bummer that streak ends. Take a look back, by the way, and look at how insane that was. He had made multiple three-pointers in 38 straight playoff games. He had made a three-pointer, and all these are NBA records, okay? Stephen Curry had made a three-pointer in 233 straight games, regular season playoffs. 233 straight games. There's 82 games in a season. He made a three-pointer in 132 straight, in every career playoff game. Every career playoff game he's played in, 132. And he had 38 straight, this is insane, 38 straight playoff games in which he had made multiple three-point shots. Oh, Steph was all, I don't know. This is garbage coming in this morning about his legacy's on the line. Are you kidding me? Like, please. I understand everybody's got a microphone in front of them. Please. Steph Curry had an off game at 16
Game 7
points.
last night?
No, I think it was game 5 and they were up. And by the way, I'm pretty sure he had 43 in the game before and carried them.
Yeah. There's things to overreact to, which I will easily do that game to game in the NBA Finals. Steph Curry's legacy is not the topic of conversation yet.
And they won. And he scored 16. Do you give him any credit for last night? There was a play where he had a wide open look and he fed it to, I think it was Poole on his left, and Poole hit the open three. That's got to be pressure, by the way, right? There's Jordan Poole. Steph Curry just gave me the ball. He passed it open. I got to make this, right? I mean, and the Warriors as a whole did not shoot well from three-point line last night.
They were 9 of 40.
It's under 20%, right, isn't it? Yeah.
22.5%.
25%, 22.5%. Is that right? 10 of 40 would have been 20%, 25%, 25%. Okay. Well, that's why I don't do math. Is anybody concerned about Steph? Like, a little bit, right? He was off and he didn't shoot well, and there's been moments where he's been in a slump. Did you watch him 3 nights earlier?
There should be zero. He had a bad offensive game.
Mm-hmm.
But even when you're the best offensive player on the floor, you still affect the game because of what Boston has to do. And Steph Curry is still able to move the basketball. 8 assists, just 1 turnover. And Steph, by the way, still had the best plus-minus of anyone in the starting lineup for the Warriors at plus 15.
What if I told you the Warriors missing 31 three-pointers last night ties a record for the second most isn't a record, tied the mark for the second most misses ever in a finals win by anybody. If you miss 31, you're probably not win the game. But they found other ways to score. They got to the rim, and they got it from other places. Andrew Wiggins was terrific. I just think that if you're going to go there, so I told you why I think Andrew Wiggins' best spot's here, and I'll tell you why. Have you found his contract situation? Is he up, or does he have another year?
Andrew Wiggins is an unrestricted free agent in 2023. So
he's got another year in his contract. Yes. Okay. So it's really relatively moot anyway. He's going to be back in this role next year. Andrew Wiggins is going to make a lot of money. And Andrew Wiggins
made a lot of money.
Yeah, he's
by the way, he was on a 5-year, $147 million deal, the rookie max extension he signed with Minnesota when he joined the Warriors.
Right. So he's going to make a lot more money. How about that? Okay. He's going to live basketball tour, and he's going to make a bunch of money. Here's why he's in the right spot. And look, this is going to be an aging team, and we're going to have this conversation after next season because I think they have another run in them. You're going to say, well, Steph is 33, and Clay's however old, and Draymond's however old. And yeah, but you know what? They're still there, and they're still balling. And if you can keep this core together with him and Jordan Poole, and then piece around that and make those guys the new core, I don't think Andrew Wiggins is a 1. I just don't. He was the number 1 overall pick. I think he's found his role. He is he can be a great number 2. He's an insanely good number 3 in this role right here, right? He can be. I don't think he's the guy you build around. He's not LeBron. He's not KD. He's not Steph. He's not Jokic. He's not Embiid. I'm running out of dudes. You got another one. He's not Luka. He's not Ja Morant. Did I miss anybody else? Now is he Jason Tatum? Yeah. I think he can be Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum got all the love going into this.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's the guy. Now, if you're saying it's him and him, can he be 1 and 1A? I'm listening to that. But that's why I think he is in the perfect spot. Now, how much are they going to be able to fit under the cap? And the guy who's going to leave when this is all said and done, I think the first guy out is Draymond. I do. I mean, there's no way you're not signing Steph. And Clay's got time. So
Draymond's going to have to take a big hometown discount to stick around.
I'm not sure he will.
To try to end this run. Now, as frustrated as I've been with Jason Tatum, Andrew Wiggins is not anywhere near the player Jason Tatum is.
Really?
Jason Tatum is a legit 1A build your team around guy.
Okay.
And that's not Andrew Wiggins. It's Andrew Wiggins is, as you said, the perfect complementary player. If he was on the market, Dallas, like Miami, those would be the teams throwing a ton of money at Andrew Wiggins because they have established
go with Luka to go with Jimmy
Butler. And Andrew Wiggins at this point, he's 27 years old.
So you would say he would go to those two teams and be the number 2. He'd be Luka.
Yeah,
right. And that's kind of what I'm saying. And I don't know that I think Jason Tatum is a number 1 right now. I think he's a really, I mean, what I'm watching with Andrew Wiggins, what I'm watching him grow into, I mean, I don't know. Who's been the better player on the floor this series? Andrew Wiggins or Jason Tatum? Now, I know that's a sample size of 5 games.
Yeah.
And so you got to take the whole season, everything into account.
I think there's...
Who's been better in this series?
Just like...
It's not arguable, right?
But there's levels to it because they're not asking Andrew Wiggins to do what they're asking Jason Tatum to do.
100% right.
And so that's why...
But yet last night he did it anyway.
Yeah, it's
But last night he went out, and whether he was asked to or not, he went and freaking did it.
Because he's third on the scouting report. And that's what you're asking. Yeah. When you become 2 or number 1, you're not getting this Andrew Wiggins.
Totally understood.
Like, he's a really good basketball player, and he put up good numbers. And you look at, Minnesota, and it's what Draymond Green was saying last night. He's like, you kind of need to blame this on the Timberwolves. It's not necessarily Andrew Wiggins a bust. I think there's something to that when you look at the franchise.
They tried to make him the guy.
The one time, and even he was the number 2 for a few years. Because Karl Anthony Towns came there. The only time they went to the playoffs was when Jimmy Butler was there.
All right, fair enough. Maybe he's not. Maybe saying he's Jason Tatum might be a stretch. I'll tell you what he is in this series. And I think that kind of proves my initial point on this. He's in the right spot. Right? For him to go say, I'm going to go to Cleveland and be the number 1, or Orlando be the number 1, or Charlotte and be the number 1, he's not.
He could go make a lot of money.
Yeah, no, Sacramento would pay him a bunch of money. Right?
Which might, if they win an NBA championship, that might be the path for Andrew Wiggins. Say, go sign one more max deal.
I mean, and just go cash out and go live in Sacramento and play for Mike Brown until Mike Brown gets fired.
Yeah. Years.
But that's why I think as good as he is, this is his spot, man. And Draymond's right. Blame it on the Timberwolves. Blame it on those other teams. Was he drafted by Cleveland, right? Isn't that who drafted him?
Well,
and then traded him to the Timberwolves?
Yes, because that's when LeBron re-signed in Cleveland. Yeah. So they drafted Andrew Wiggins. That's they traded him for Kevin Love.
Yeah. So blame it on those teams, because he wasn't being used the right way. But I'll tell you what, he has found a spot, and if he wants to thrive professionally, I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm not going to tell you what's enough money. He's making like what, $37 million this year. He's making a bunch.
He's making a lot of money.
Yeah. Winning's fun, man. Winning is a good time, and he's playing a role in winning, and he's in the right spot. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. So that's how to get in on the text line. JJ's got that open. We'll take your calls. A. Marie is producing on the radio side. She'll listen to you, talk to you, charm you on the hotline, 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. On the Twitter, JJ Buck is a great follow. It's _JJ Buck. We're on the Facebook, the OD in the AM. Adrian is our award-winning producer. He's got us up on the television. You can watch us on Comcast Channel 26. You can watch us on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks, and, of course, on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. So what do the Celtics do now? Are they done? That's 2 in a row, and their swagger's a little bit lacking. That's coming up next. Hey, On the Spot Automotive Detailing will detail your vehicle and get the grime, the smell, the junk, the soot, the dust, all that out of there, from inside, from outside, from everywhere in your vehicle. I know you're driving around like all of us, man. Time happens. You get weather, you get life, kids, whatever, and you look around, you go, man, what happened to my car? What happened to my truck? On the Spot Automotive Detailing will come out and detail. This is what the pros use. This is what the car dealerships use. They detail your vehicle. Inside, outside, under the hood. When they're done, it looks like, feels like, smells like the day you took it off the lot, and they come to you wherever, whenever it's convenient. You're working, they're out in the parking lot. That's how cool this is. And everybody goes, I want that. Well, you can get it. Father's Day is this coming Sunday. This is a great gift. You can get a gift card online at otsdetailing.com. They also offer ceramic coating, which is the best way to protect your paint for years. They apply it by hand. Scratch removal, paint correction, and a 10% discount for our military. The phone number is 505-859-2859, 505-859-2859, or online at otsdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at Car Crafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated, with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco. For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence. Come
like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS.
Is part of the reason that Boston isn't scoring, and isn't it kind of part of what Golden State's doing defensively too?
Yes. The Warriors, the last two games, have played championship defense.
So why doesn't that travel? They just won a game where the best shooter ever shot 0 for 9 from three-point land. First time in his playoff career. Oh, by the way, they won it by 10.
Yeah, the last two games, if you're Boston, you're just kicking yourself. And how did we not get one of these?
That's what
Even Steph Curry going off for 43, watching that game the other night, and it still felt like they're in control at moments. They're playing their game, the Celtics, and fourth quarter meltdown. And this team has not been clutch in the fourth quarter. Now, they've responded the last two series that they played against the Milwaukee Bucks, Miami Heat. They got it to 7. And they've had those moments where you're looking at the Celtics going, I don't know. Are you that guy, Jason Tatum? Can we trust you? And they found a way. But now you have to do it against a Golden State team that has Steph Curry clicking on all cylinders, that has Andrew Wiggins playing unbelievable basketball, and back-to-back games with timely Clay, which, that's a different level than Milwaukee, where Middleton was out. You had Drew Holiday, you had Giannis, you beat a superstar in Giannis, you beat a star in Jimmy Butler, but you didn't have those other guys to contend with like you do right now.
My favorite line last night, Mark Jackson. His mama call him Clay, I'ma call him Clay. Nice. Does your mama call you JT, or does she call you like James Thomas or something like that? Good morning, JT.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's been forever.
Yeah, good to hear you.
Hey, I needed to call because so I'm a lifelong Laker fan, Jeff.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm wanting Boston to lose in the worst way. Every time they try to get another banner, one on us or something like that. You know how that goes.
Yeah, totally do.
But Golden State's in our division, so I'm trying to, hate them too. But Jeff, it's like,
no.
How do you?
So
you can't hate that team, man. I mean, it's like this is the model NBA. Whoever wants to win, like, follow this. Like, I'm hoping my Lakers will at least take notes.
Here's why you like him, JT. I'm telling you why. So I battled this, right? And our next caller's going to laugh. But I've had to have this conversation with my brother. Here's why I've liked the Warriors. And they're the only, and I'm going to guess you're the same way, right, as a Laker fan. They're the only Bay Area team I've ever kind of liked. And at one point, it kind of hit me. I like the personalities, but there was a Giants team. I like the personality, but it just was the Giants. They're the closest to the Showtime Lakers of anything we've seen since the Showtime Lakers. Now, they're not them, but the way they have played, the way they have become the Warriors, this whole dominance, this whole legacy that they've had, they're the closest that you've seen to the Showtime Lakers, and it kind of reminds you of it. You like the way they play.
And Wiggins, man, you were spot on. I'm like, Wiggins, don't even try it. Don't go anywhere. Do your thing right there, because nobody else could get him to where he is now.
Nope.
You know, he's struggled, number one pick, struggled all his years and stuff. But it's funny because you know they just have too much firepower. That's just the bottom line. Everywhere, every day, it's somebody new. It's just I can't. I mean, I'm sorry, but I can't hate them.
Yeah.
I hate the Niners, but I can't hate Golden State. And hey, yesterday I was listening, but I couldn't get on. Having the you know, our coach, our football coach, Danny is just it makes me a better man. It makes me a better grandpa to hear this man talk. I mean, I don't care about anything people crying about the wins and all that. I just want to hear this man every week, all summer long, just so I can be a better man. So,
good.
Having him on, and man, I don't know, man. Lakers, take notes. Come on, let's do this.
Be well, JT. See ya. That's good. And it's the Laker fans can't. Well, let's just go to Celtic fan. Hello, Tony.
Closest to the Showtime Lakers?
You don't think so?
Interesting. No, you're right. I mean, I was really thinking about it while that other caller was on, and you're right. They got the staff, you know, with the personality. You got the defensive guy that people don't like, and they look like they have too much fun.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what? You might be onto something there, Sambieta. Might be onto something. Has Golden State played championship defense?
They played pretty good defense.
They played very good defense, but, you know, come on. The Celtics are missing way too many shots in the paint. I'm not even talking about threes or jumpers. They're missing way too many shots right at the rim. Yeah. Right at the rim. And one thing this finals has really shown me is that the Celtics need a true point guard, a facilitator. They know, you know, Marcus Smart, you know, his intensity, and I get all that, but they need a true point guard, because that true point guard is going to take a lot of the ball handling away from Tatum, which, my God, I just don't understand this guy. You know, the guys for the pregame were saying the countdown. We're saying that when he drives to the basket, he's got his head down, and it's true. You know, you can't see anything with your head, you know, looking at the floor. But a true point guard is going to really, really help them, because right there, you know, it takes a lot of pressure off Tatum, off Brown. But it's just yesterday was painful, man. Watching Tatum, just man, and then that dumb meter counting on the turnovers. Oh, if they hit over 16, it's over. They ain't gonna win. They're not gonna win. The commentators kept saying it over and over and over again. I even had my wife telling me, "Have you hit 16 turnovers?" I was like, "You got to be kidding me! You got to be kidding me!"
It ended at 18, by the way. Yeah.
Ended
at 18. That was the number. Final number.
Yeah, but it is what it is. But you know, it just yesterday that first quarter was horrible. The first period was horrible. And then they just shot up in the third. I don't know. It was frustrating.
You're not
very,
done.
very frustrating.
You get to go back to your place.
Yeah, for another game.
Yeah. All right.
Have a good day.
See you. All right. So, do you realize how much the narrative has changed in these last two games? Coming out of Game 3. The Celtics have too much, and the Warriors just don't have enough offense. There's not enough places for them to get scoring, and it's just Steph, and there's the defense. They're too physical and they're too tough, and the Celtics, I mean, they're just better. And now 2 games later, it's the Warriors have too much. It's amazing how the narrative has changed. Completely 180 in 2 games, hasn't it?
Yes, and that's fine, because we have to react to what we're watching, and it doesn't make sense to just dig in and not react to what the players are showing us in an NBA Finals series. And I think Tony brings up a really interesting point on Marcus Smart. I thought, you know, throughout the season he's been really good. We're talking about the Defensive Player of the Year that is being asked to be the point guard and got the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals.
Yeah. And do they need a point guard?
So if you're saying, all right, what could be different? Getting more of a traditional ball handler in there. You know, Al Horford, his minutes probably going to lessen, so then you could still keep Smart, Brown, Tatum, Robert Williams on the floor with a more traditional point guard. And that is how, if you're Boston, once you get past this, going, all right, we got most of these guys under contract. We're going to be fine as a franchise. That'd be a next step.
All right, so we'll do that next. If you're Boston, and if you don't win this championship, and it's not over yet. Even if you win,
that's how do you
get better?
Get better.
How do you get better? That's we'll have a conversation. For a long time now, I've told you about New Male. Told you about thousands of men who benefited from New Male's industry-leading testosterone replacement. How these men feel better, stronger. They're taking care of fatigue and depression, even erectile dysfunction. But do you know that New Male also specializes in hair restoration? It's the truth. Hair restoration without side effects. The number is 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688. Or you can go to NewMale.com. So New Male gives you options. Platelet-rich plasma hair therapy. This uses your own platelets to stimulate stem cells deep in your hair follicle to stop hair loss and regrow hair. They have an FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration laser proven to regrow hair. They also offer you a NeoGraft hair transplant. It produces natural-looking results in less than a week with no linear scarring. The treatments work for both men and women who want a natural, thicker head of hair without side effects. Here's the number again. New Male's right here in Albuquerque. They are convenient and it works. The number is 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 or visit them online at NewMale, NUMALE.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dreamstyle Stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their Dream style stucco.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the front.
For the Celtics, what do you do? What do you do now? You feel like you've done everything you need to do defensively. Honestly, if you're keeping the Warriors to 104, shutting Steph down the way you did, you're really accomplishing your goals defensively. But yet you're losing. You've lost 2 in a row for the first time in the playoffs. So if you're the Celtics and you're Ime Udoka, what do you do? It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. And J.J. might, I think the answer, and Tony kind of said it, you've got to be better on the offensive end. And I would argue that both of these teams did. As good as I think Boston played defensively, I'm going to tell you they did a great job on Steph. I don't think they were great elsewhere. I think, this is me, and I'm really curious where you are. They could have got beaten by 25. I think Golden State missed so many open threes. Like looks where you will say, yes. At Klay Thompson, Poole, Wiggins, obviously Curry. I think they missed so many shots. I told you this earlier. I thought Golden State had a chance to bury them, to step on their necks in the second quarter, and they missed too many. And then that run where Boston got back in the game in the third quarter, it was the same thing. As good as I think Boston plays interior defense and what they did on Steph, and I know you got to give up something, right? We're going to do this, we're going to do this, and so they're going to get that. And that was other guys are going to get open looks. They did. Golden State missed 31 of their 43s. And JJ, the majority of them were open looks that they just missed. Like this could have been way worse. And that's why I think this thing could end in 6. If Golden State hit shots, this thing can end on Thursday.
Even if Steph is 3 of 9, 2 of 9.
Yes.
And Boston won the third quarter. Boston switched that one around. They outscored Golden State 35-24, but we're losing after 3. And it's those little moments, that final offensive possession where the Warriors forced Jaylen Brown into a bad shot, turn around, and then with a tenth of a second, the ball's out of Pole's hands. He's hitting the
How
transition.
about the last pass? I think it was Wiggins who found, because I thought Wiggins was going to launch it from half court to find Poole over on that wing, and then he gets that bank three guard.
And then it's 75-74 going into the fourth.
And it's just momentum shifts. And after all, what does that do? It's just one bucket. But what does that do? It just shifts. And that's one of the threes they made, by the way. That's one of the 9 threes they made. It was a garbage heave off the glass, right? So really, they only hit 8 out of 39 when you think about it. But what that does is after all that great run, we took the lead, and we go into the quarter, we sit down, and they just hit that, and the building's going crazy. And that was a huge moment. Now, do they win without it? I still think they do, but that was a huge moment. But JJ, my point on Golden State just didn't shoot well yesterday. And there's been times throughout the playoffs that they just haven't shot well. And they've gotten beat many times that they didn't shoot well. Now, it's been for a game here, a game there. They were down 55 against Memphis at one point. But my feeling is everybody wants to tell me how great Boston was defensively, and they were great interiorly, and they were terrific on Curry. I didn't think they were great everywhere else, and if guys make shots, that had been a 20, 25-point game.
Yeah, because Andrew Wiggins was also 0 of 6 from 3. And he had
as good as he played. Yeah. So between him and Curry, right? Wiggins and Curry, would you say your two best players in the series?
Yeah, the dudes that we're talking about.
0 for 15 from three-point land. They combined for 42 points. I'm sorry, 42 points. And you won by 10. But they went 0 for 15 on a team that made their hay over the last decade shooting three-pointers. So, again, why can Golden State win? Why are they good? Because they can win when they shoot.
He's got 29 points off the bench. Well, it's 31. Kevon Looney had a whole 2 points.
Yeah.
And if you're Boston, all the attention that you're giving to the stars, who's going to step up? And when you look and say, Jordan Poole had 14, you'd be like, yeah, all right, he's going to get his. Gary Payton cannot score 15 points in NBA Finals.
Gary Payton's been terrific since he came back. Look, when he went down in that Memphis series and broke his elbow, and I'm like, damn, that's a big loss because, by the way, he is terrific defensively. I mean, he's not his daddy, but he's his daddy's son. You know what I mean? And then he comes in and gives you 15, hits a big three-pointer, gives you 25 minutes, and is plus 16. He had the best plus-minus of anybody on the roster last night. Gary Payton did. The best plus-minus anybody on the roster. Yes. So they're deeper. They survived Steph going 0 for 9 from three-point land. Wiggins going 0 for 6. I'm starting to talk myself into Golden State winning in Massachusetts on Thursday night. 505-246.
Got a lot of time to talk yourself into that one.
I know. All right, am
Cross-country
I
fight.
talking you into it? Where were you? What'd you see last night? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and 670 Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome Show.
I'm not sure I've seen anything like.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Jeff Cindietta and JJ Bond. Don't sweat the tech.
All right, so we got a series in which it is swung. The conversation topic points have swung. The narrative, the momentum has swung. Will it swing again, or is the pendulum have too much momentum to swing back? Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Amory, and Adrian, good morning to you. Happy, what day is today? Tuesday. Warriors 104, Celtics 94. Lobo Hobo says, what did I see last night, Jeffy? Another boring game. I flipped off with 5 minutes left. All right. I didn't think last night was boring. Now, there have been some. I didn't think last night was boring.
That's why we got you covered to help you do those final 5 minutes.
Well, and that's why the good Lord invented the remote control. I mean, you can go do, like, if that's not your thing, that's not your thing. I didn't think it was boring. Now, did I think look, I don't think any of these games was the greatest games ever. We still haven't had a game.
I thought Friday was awesome.
It was fine. We still haven't had a game come down to final possession. We haven't. Which is fine, which is odd. But we have it. These last 2 games have been better. They've been competitive. They've been, I thought, compelling. But if you don't feel that, that's cool. I mean, like somebody told me, there's a lot of ways to do a lot of things. So, but you know, I know our next caller feels that it's been bad basketball and that. Good morning, Edward. How are you, sir?
Top of the morning to you all. Nice to hear you guys' voices. I believe today's Flag Day, as we are U.S. Americans. That makes me laugh every time I say it. Hey, before we talk about the NBA Finals, it was nice to see young Malik Edward, Grady's boy, play this weekend. Slasher and Dasher, the Village of Pecos version of Steph Curry. And they had this kid on their team, about 6'1", plays hard, blocks shots, scrambles. And growing up a Sixers fan, I nicknamed him Bobby Jones. So from henceforth, that young man from Pecos that plays with young Malik Edward will be known as Bobby Jones, the Secretary of Defense. Jeff, we've been watching the NBA for 40-some years.
Okay.
And I know that people say, you ask the question, what do the Celtics do, you know, to kind of change the narrative, or even if they win or if they lose, which they're going to lose this series. In the 40-some years we've been watching basketball, every year in the last 40 to 50 years, the NBA champion has a superstar. If you don't have a superstar on your team, you're not going to win the NBA championship. I think the only exception, and I might get a little bit of feedback from you, was maybe that Toronto team. But at that point, young man from San Diego State, Kawhi was a superstar for a couple of years. But if you go back to the 70s with the Lakers, with the champions that were won in the 70s and the 80s, the Lakers dynasty, the 90s with Jordan, the Pistons. You have to have a superstar on your team.
Yeah, the Spurs. Yeah.
The Spurs had LeBron, Kobe,
Duncan,
and now
Robinson,
and Duncan.
Yeah.
If you don't have a superstar on your team, you're not going to win an NBA championship.
I think it's a terrific point. Yeah.
There's 50 years of data, and I've told you guys before. Currently in the NBA, there's only 6 superstars: LeBron, Curry, Luka dunk on chicks, KD,
Giannis.
and Giannis, and the guy from Denver, Denver.
Jokic.
That's it. Those are the only superstars in the league. Now, I watched last night's game. The Celtics, they need to run their offense through Smart because he could break his man down off the dribble, and he's strong. Because you just can't rely on Kobe, Lover, Tatum, and all the other guys because this series was lost. By the way, Bill Belichick, more games are lost than won. This series was lost in Game 4 when they had a lead with 3 minutes to go, and they could have gone up 3-1, and nobody wanted the ball, and nobody could hit a wide open shot for the Celtics, and that's when the series ended. So I kind of agree with you, Jeff. I think the series may end in Game 6, but they had their opportunity, and they let it slip away, and now it's over.
Yeah,
because you know why? A superstar won Game 4. Steph Curry came in on the road, down 2-1, and put up 40-some points, and that's why they're going to win the title, because he's the only superstar on the floor.
That's really good.
I rest my case.
Appreciate
Have a
it,
delightful day.
Thank you. All right, so I'm looking. He's not wrong, and we made this point. I'm going to go back the 32 years to the first conversation that you can come up and have a conversation. Well, let me ask you this: the 2000, they had Ray Allen and they had Kevin Garnett. I mean, were those superstars? The Celtics that won in 08? They are.
Yeah, then this is nothing new.
Yeah.
The NBA game, there's 5 players on the floor at once. One player in the NBA is going to have a bigger impact than in anything else.
What if I went to 2004 and the Detroit Pistons? Do they have a superstar?
No.
That would be the last time. That was the Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton team that didn't have a superstar. I mean, there's always an exception to the rule. Don't get me wrong. His point's dead on. I mean, if you go back through, I'm looking at the last few years: Giannis, LeBron, Kawhi, Steph, LeBron, Steph, Duncan, LeBron, Nowitzki, the Kobe Lakers, that Boston team. Go back to 2004 would be the last time that I would tell you that the team probably went without a superstar. That was that Pistons team. But then you go back to the Shaq Kobe years, the Michael years. No, he's right. He's 100% right. You have to have a superstar to win now. Well, what about the 2004 Pistons? You're right. There's an exception to every rule. You want to live by that? You want to hit once every 24 years? Okay. You can play those odds. You might be the one. You might get lucky. You might land on red 13. I mean, at some point it's going to land there. No, his point's right. Steph Curry won Game 4, which was the most pivotal game, I don't want to say his career, but certainly these playoffs, right? Game 4, when they were down 2-1 in Massachusetts, in Boston, when they had to have it, when they had to have a game, and nobody else really was scoring. And that's a legacy game. I know we haven't had a moment that Ray Allen shot out of the corner moment, that Kawhi Leonard moment, that buzzer, that Scott Baby hook moment, but we had that game. We had that game. And people tell me, well, if they don't win, game 4 is going to go down, and you're going to forget about it. I don't know, man. I'm not going to forget about it. I know what I saw. But Edwards points dead on. But Jeff, I mean, the superstar didn't win the game last night. No, you're right. Got in the position last night, though, didn't he? Oh, and he had a horrible game. Dude had 16 points and 8 assists. Played defense. Oh, it was horrible. Third leading scorer on his team. Dude was horrible. He didn't shoot well. Give you that. I'll give you that. Remember when I asked you in 2008? Has Rocky Long earned the right to have a losing season? I don't know. Has Steph Curry earned the right to have an off shooting night? I'm going to guess the answer is yes. Isn't it?
Yes.
I think so.
Because he still impacts the game because he's a distributor, and everything Boston is doing defensively is still geared towards Steph Curry, even when he's not hitting shots.
All right. Rudy wants to talk about Lobo. Give a Lobo report. What does that mean, Lobo report?
He says he has a Lobo report.
All right, Rudy. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. We had a 6-man event yesterday for basketball, and we got to watch basketball practice.
Nice.
So, I tell you what, Morris Udeze, I haven't seen anybody in the paint like that at New Mexico in a long time.
He's the transfer from Wichita State, for those of you who are not familiar.
Yes. And Morris is a big dude, and he knows how to handle himself in the paint. Josiah Alec couldn't do too much. He's coming off a ankle. But the other one is the Dent kid, Donovan Dent.
Mm-hmm. The kid from Orange County who people have just been raving about, the guard.
I'll tell you what, I've never seen a freshman more game ready than him. He was really, really good yesterday. And so, you know what? We better get our NIL money lined up because we need to hang on to that kid. And you know how this game works now. Even though it's illegal, people will reach out and say, look, I can get you X amount of dollars if you transfer.
No,
that's the game that's being played, which is illegal. You can't do that. But how do you stop somebody?
Don't know.
So what we have to do as fans, and this is my message today, if you're a fan of Lobo basketball, you get out there, you support the team, you give this kid and the rest of the players, for that matter, show them the kind of love that they deserve. And I think it's going to be pretty easy to hang on to kids because there's only one pit.
That's right, but
there really is. And you can see that. And those guys really like that arena. And I've never seen a team this early that was sitting there talking to each other about what they need to do. That's really gratifying to see that the culture is being built for accountability and hard work. I was really impressed with the practice yesterday, and I've been to a lot of basketball practices in my life. But this early in the season, to be that together and have that kind of cohesion is really makes me really hopeful for next year.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of promise. All right, appreciate that report, man. Thank you.
Sure thing.
See you. I heard good things coming out of practice, too, by the way. I think Donovan Dent's going to be terrific. Where's the playing time coming from, JJ? We got too many good players. My favorite one.
If he's that good,
he'll play.
He'll be on the floor.
That's right.
As will Jalen House.
As will Jamal Mashburn.
As will Jamal Mashburn Jr.
Yeah.
And Rich Pitino will put a rotation together.
Promise. Promise. All right. I want to get into Phil and Phil Mickelson. The U.S. Open is in Brookline, Massachusetts. They got a lot going on in Massachusetts this week. That'll start on Thursday. Phil and the rest of his live buddies will be there. Phil spoke yesterday. Want to get into that because I wonder, now you listen. Do you think Phil even believed what Phil was saying? We'll listen to that when we come back. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, New Mexico strong since 1958, is your home loan leader. Built in the heart of Albuquerque. It is their goal to keep New Mexicans happy, helping them achieve the dream of home ownership with the right loans, local expertise, and a relationship that's built on trust. So the Kirtland Federal Credit Union mortgage team is 100% local. That means your loan stays 100% local. You don't ever send a payment out of state. When you have a question, you reach out to talk to someone about your new home, you will talk to someone right here in Albuquerque. Meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union mortgage team. Get started today. KirtlandFCU.org/home loan center. KirtlandFCU.org/home loan center. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. See your representative for complete details.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Come on!
U.S. Open this week. Golf's 3rd major of the year. And this one is going to be interesting. They all are. But everybody's there now, right? Golf's at a breaking point. What's the solution? Phil and Charles and DJ will all be there with Rory and JT and Jordan. No Tiger. At least Tiger's not playing. It's the opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Amory, and Adrian.
This is a awesome moment for golf. As frustrated as they are, you have a rivalry within one of your biggest sporting events, and that is PGA Tour versus Live Golf. So we're going to be comparing those players. They're going to be making comments about it all week long. And while the PGA Tour needs to figure it out, they need a direction in this moment. This is sports drama at its highest level.
All right, the face of this, well, Greg Norman has been the, CEO of Live Golf, the competing league, the competing series tour. Phil Mickelson is the highest profile golfer. Now, Phil Mickelson isn't the best golfer on there. In fact, Phil finished, 34, tied for 33rd last week out of 48, plus 10. Phil's 51 years old. And Phil spoke yesterday. Now, Phil is here's something, it's not arguable. In the last 2 decades, in this century, Tiger Woods has been the face of golf. And then the next highest profile player and next most successful player is Phil Mickelson. Arguable? No. Okay. So Phil has been amicable. He's been a fan favorite. He's been outspoken. He's been a character. He's been cocky. He struts. He's been, I don't know, some of you think he's arrogant. All of that. Phil hit the mic yesterday, and we're gonna hit you with a little audio, okay? Talking about his legacy and why he went over to Live. And part of it in this medium doesn't work as well because you almost got to see him. And you guys have both seen this. Before you play the clip, did he look to you to be... I mean, obviously he was uncomfortable because he knew this was coming and he had a bunch of canned answers and responses and talking points. But did he look to you to be... what's the word I'm looking for? Despondent doesn't feel right. It's almost like...
Divorced dad going through like a midlife crisis.
That's so good. No,
I'm like, and he got like a new look, and he's like his hair.
His hair's like, back. He's unshaven.
Because he's usually like the joke guy, or like I don't know. It's just it's awkward.
Almost like
it's like
I don't believe this crap I'm shoveling. Do you think anybody else does? Right? I mean, did you guys both get that feeling just looking at him?
Yeah, I'm like, buddy, come on.
Did you get that?
Yeah, because he doesn't know what to say anymore.
Right. All right, let's hear. Here's what Phil had to say, and then I want your response to this. Here's Phil Mickelson yesterday at the U.S. Open press conference.
To best prioritize things. I know that many of you have many people have strong opinions, emotions about my choice to go forward with Live Golf, and I understand and I respect that. I'm incredibly grateful for the PGA Tour and for the many opportunities that it has provided me through the years, but I am excited about this new opportunity as well. As far as legacy, and I'll just address that, I would say that I've been a part of the PGA Tour now for 30 plus years, and I have enjoyed my time. I've enjoyed the opportunities it's provided. I've enjoyed the lifestyle it's provided. I've enjoyed the fact that the game of golf through the PGA Tour has been able to give me and my family so much. I'm appreciative of that fact. And during that time, I've worked really hard behind the scenes as well as on the scenes to try to contribute as a way of showing my appreciation. I respect and I understand their opinions, and I understand that they have strong feelings and strong emotions regarding this choice, and I certainly respect them. I respect that. I respect that.
What? Okay. God bless him. And he's stumbling through this. Well, he's obviously studied his lines. He's got his talking points. There was a time where somebody just asked him flat out, Phil, why did you go to the Live Series? And he said something to the point.
I'd be mad if he just said for the money.
Well, okay, he almost said that. Okay, and then he didn't stop. He said, and Amory, I don't know if you have this part, where he said there's obviously a very significant financial commitment or something along those lines. Basically, he says, well, the money. And if he'd have stopped there, and you'd have heard Phil say, I went for the money. If he'd have just said, obviously, man, there's just a really huge financial commitment. I'm 51. I'm at the back end of my career, and
just say it how it is, man.
All right. Then he also said, and I believe some of this. He said it allows me to do more that stuff, and he stumbled through this. More that I want to do. It allows me to spend time with less tournaments, less commitments. It allows me to do stuff that I want to do, that I've always wanted to do. Basically, what we've been saying. Look, I'm not going to get mad at someone who says I'm going to work less and make more. Do you want to? Because I kind of do. Now,
heck yes.
Is there a loyalty piece to it? Should he be loyal? I don't know what loyalty means anymore. Should he be loyal to the tour, which has absolutely made him, right? Made him a lot of money, made him famous, given him all this opportunity? Or now there's another chance to go play less, a format that evidently the players seem to like better. Financially, it's impossible to argue with these. I mean, Charles Schwartzel made more last week than he made in his entire run on the PGA Tour. Okay, whoever wins in Portland is going to be in the same boat, probably. All right, are they exhibitions? So I'm sitting here. We're all yelling and screaming. And look, I'd rather watch the PGA Tour. I hate what this is doing. I know a lot of people love it. And maybe eventually it makes the PGA Tour evolve and come to a place where they're doing things the players want to see done and do this for the players. And maybe we get there, okay? But is it for you or me? Now, is he hypocritical? Is he saying stuff out of both sides of his face? Certainly he is. And that's where people are really struggling with this, right? But if someone came to you, what do you do, man? Whatever it is you do. Okay, hey, you can work less and you're going to make way more. Now, here's, just so you know, the money's coming from the Saudis who kill journalists and have a really bad record on human rights. And, I mean, it's kind of a little, you define it. Are you going? I'm going to guess you filled up with Saudi Arabian oil yesterday or today or put gas in your car. You're okay taking that, right? And I'm not saying this is okay. Please don't. There is that component. But, JJ, this country does business with the Chinese. This country, we're all probably wearing something that was made in China. Oh, they got horrible. Right? I promise. One of us is wearing something made in China, and they got horrible human rights. You see what they do to the Uyghurs? Wait, how can we do that? Probably we all put some sort of Saudi Arabian product in our vehicle at some point. So where do we draw the line? Your point, this is a long, convoluted answer to your question. If he had just said it's for the money, would we have a problem with that? No.
That's what it was. And then he could say, well, with this opportunity, maybe I can put some pressure on the PGA Tour and try to get some things that are changing. And you look at the PGA Tour, it's the trickle down, and I had someone yesterday point out someone on the Corn Ferry Tour and the grinding, and you're like at some point in time, it's just like in minor league sports, like you're not going to have that total trickle down effect. Like it's the Corn Ferry Tour, PGA Tour, like what are you trying to impact? Because guys are going to be grinding, the money's not going to be there for everyone, and right now when you're going to the Live Golf Tour, it's just the rich getting richer. So I think it's hard for a lot of people to say, all right, what changes are you really trying to make at the highest level?
Yeah, I think there's some of the non-rich getting richer. What was it, Duplessis or Penny?
Absolutely, and that's why you'd make that move.
Yeah. For that,
this isn't wondering. Like we're not sitting here. These guys are never going to be the greatest of all time. Like they're in golf. Like, we're not going to look at Brooks Koepka as the greatest of all time. We're not going to look at Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, these guys, because you have to get to a ridiculous level where there's been, like, one guy
three
every
guys in
40
that conversation.
years.
Yeah.
And so if you're them, you're like, yeah, I want to compete for majors.
I want to
But for me, the money is more impactful.
This is
and
what I was telling you
see
yesterday.
that with a lot of these athletes, and you wonder, oh, why are you taking that contract? Why are you doing that? Because at the end of the day, he doesn't care if he's Charles Barkley or someone else, as long as he's got the bag.
He's set. That's what I was telling you yesterday. When someone called in and said, well, when they start taking away the world golf ranking points and don't allow these guys into the majors, then Live Golf's going to go away. And I'm like, I don't know that I'm there. I don't know. I think we get to a point where if the U.S. Open, the British Open, the Masters, and the PGA said, if you're on Live, you can't play. I think these guys go, all right, cool. So what? And Live will set up something that they call their major. And by the way, these guys are going to go over and make way more money because in the end, and you decide, man, it's easy to sit in our chair and say, oh, wouldn't you rather be a Masters champion and have a green jacket than all that Saudi money? There's going to be plenty of people who say, you know what, I'm going to go over there and make all that damn Saudi money, and I'm going to go to the thrift store and find me a green jacket.
Not even a thrift store, Joe.
No, I'll go. You're right.
Get my customized one.
I'm going to the local clothier in Europe and having him fit me for a green jacket. That's right. No, you're damn right. Yeah. And I'm going to put the Live patch on it instead of the Masters. No, I think we're going to get to a point where these guys say, scratch. You can take your tradition and you can blow it out the backside because look how much bank I have. So it's interesting. I want your thoughts because the Open's coming up. And are you going to root for guys that are just PGA guys? Because we're going to come down. You know how NASCAR says Toyota. And one guy's driving a Dodge, and one guy, right? Do you root
Tesla?
Right, exactly. But do you root for the car that they're driving? Are you going to root for the series that they're on? All right, when we get back, we'll talk some more NBA. I know Ray wants to do that, and we'll get into the Warriors and Celtics last night. If you've got your thoughts, and I know you do, When you watched Philly yesterday, did it make you uneasy just watching it and listening to it? Because it did me. I want your thoughts. 505-246-0610. Who's watching your home? Hope it's the good guys. You know property crime has been up in this city. You know that there's an officer shortage. You know that there's a need for private security. Did you know it's affordable as well? International Protective Service, IPS, watches my home. They watch hundreds of homes and businesses throughout the Albuquerque area and keep the bad guys away. Aaron Jones started IPS in 2006, providing security for homeowners in Fort Hills. Here we are all these years later, homeowners, business owners all over Albuquerque trust IPS to protect what they've worked so hard to build. For about $5 a day, you can have highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols watch your home. If you're going out of town this summer, they will pick up the mail, the newspaper, any packages that are left. They do exterior checks, roll the garbage cans to the curb and back on garbage day. Whatever it is you want, they're there for you, and they give you peace of mind. I've trusted them for years. My neighbors now employ International Protective Service to watch their home. IPS works. Give them a call, see what they can do for you. Committed to our city and your protection. The number is 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or online at ipsglobal.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy
They've certainly swung the momentum. 3-2, Golden State now leads Boston after the first time Boston has lost 2 games in a row in the playoffs last night. Go back to Boston, Massachusetts for game 6. That'll be on Thursday. That's also the first day. That's a busy day up there. It's like yesterday in San Francisco, and where the Giants plays right down the street from Chase Center. The Giants were starting a series, and the Warriors were playing, and then just rush hour traffic getting out of the city.
Fun town though.
Which?
Boston.
Yeah.
Fun town.
So they got a lot going on. All right, 505-246-0610. Ray, thanks for holding. Good morning to you.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How you living?
They're good, especially Golden State keeps on winning.
Yeah,
I
you like
called
that.
you guys last week after Game 3, and I told you it all depends on the way Golden State starts the game. If, like, Boston won those 2 games, they were up 16, up 18, and going in the first quarter, start of the second quarter. Denver series the same way, Memphis the same way. When they had a shitty first quarter,
Ooh, I gotta go. Where is it? Gotta go. Can't do that. I got it. I hit the red button. Did you hit it? All right. Gotta be careful.
Ray, you held
He
so
held
long.
so long just to drop that bomb on us. We can't have that. But he was consistent. He was staying on Golden State, and will you give me credit for staying with Golden State throughout, even when they were down 2-1? Will you guys give me credit for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Yeah, look, this is a swing, and it's not over. This series has swung, and the narrative, we were having this conversation earlier. The narrative that we had coming after Game 3 in Boston was, and it wasn't just here, it was the national narrative. Celtics have too much. They're just too good. Their defense is so good, and the Warriors don't have enough scoring. The Warriors don't have enough, and I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, they're off, but it feels like they're going to come back and do something. But boy, did the narrative swing, didn't it? It's kind of crazy. Dan, you want to talk about the NBA? Please do. How are you? Hello, Dan.
Hey, right on for sticking with the Warriors, Jeff. Way to go, buddy. But money. That's all I hear. You know, Jeff, as well as I do, health is wealth.
And that's
What if you have both? What if you have both? Just ask. What if you're a young, healthy, strapping athlete at the top of your game and you are filthy wealthy? Just asking, because I don't know what it's like.
How much? How much money does a person need? I mean, it's just it is a pretty disgusting display of American greed. It is, bro. It is. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Jeff, and I'm listening hard, but man, you can have everything and nothing. It's just, it is not a good look, man. The narrative is negative on all aspects. I guess you can find some positives, but I just don't see it. I look at them as traitors. That might be kind of harsh, but I just don't see it, man. I'm pretty displeased with all those guys.
Yeah, I guess the question is, Dan, where would the line be? And you made yours pretty clear. Someone comes and says you can work less, you can make more. Here's where the money's coming from. Like, okay, so should we? And I'm not justifying this. This is the Saudi government behind this tour, and I get it. But we as a country have a relationship with the Saudis, with the Chinese, right? You probably filled up with Saudi oil today or yesterday. We put it in your truck. You're wearing something that was made in China that we're buying from the Chinese. I'm not justifying. I'm not telling you we should.
Somebody said to me, the Saudis own 16% of our government or something crazy like that, and I'm like, yeah, well, it is what it is, but
I don't have to.
As human beings, really, how much money? Jeff, I gave up wealth for family a long time ago, and there was three of us. One of my partners is now deceased, and the other is doing really well in Oregon. I mean, really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Has a whole bunch of money. He's had 3 heart attacks. He's, health is wealth, brother. I just feel so blessed that I feel good today, and I've been feeling good, and it's just not my health and my family is what's important. And that's just me, bro. But I'm just expressing how I feel from the outside looking in to this situation, and you can have everything and nothing, and like I say, tell me who you're hanging around with, man.
That's fair. Right on, Dan. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Look, there's a lot of people who feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. And I'm not going to tell you how to feel, man. This one, I'm really, really trying to understand both sides of it. I am. I'm not there yet. Well, no, maybe I am.
I think one of the things Dan pointed out, and it is fair, this is an individual business decision. This isn't, hey, how do I know which gas station is getting their oil refined from country X, or just living my daily life, versus I am directly saying yes to this entity.
Yeah. All right, your thoughts. I mean, where are you? Are you okay? Are you, what would you do? How much would it be? What's your number? Again, I know I've asked this before, but you got a number. Are you starting to understand it? Do you care less where the money's coming from? Or do you care more? 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Give yourself a new morning routine with
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at Car Crafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at Car Crafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
I got a bunch of correspondence from you. JJ's got the text line open, I believe, and I got emails at jeff@sportsanimalabq.com, jj@sportsanimalabq.com. As we go through the Warriors' 104-94 victory over the Boston Celtics yesterday. Also, I mean, you're going to have golf on Thursday and Friday mornings, and it's going to be an interesting run. If you want to get in on that, you certainly can. I got also I love Charger drama. You know that?
Charger drama.
Yeah, I love that as well. All right, on the Live Tour, Gopher says, what's the end game, Jeffy? Folks with a lot of money like to make more money. With all the cash Liv is shelling out for mediocre golfers, where/when is their payout coming? Well, the payout's coming every week, Gopher. And when you talk about there are a lot of mediocre golfers, but I will argue that there's some really good ones. I will argue that, well, Phil may be mediocre now. He's as big a name as there is worldwide in the game after Tiger Woods. Dustin Johnson's really good. Bryson DeChambeau is really good. Patrick Reed is really good. Charles Schwartzel, who won last week, is a major champion. So is Sergio Garcia. Martin Keimer's on that tour. There's really good golfers. Like out of the 48, you may not have heard, you're familiar with, I don't know, 15 of them? If you're a fringe golf fan, you're familiar with 4 or 5 of them. But if they continue to lure more people over, I don't know that they're mediocre. What is the end game? Where is the payout coming? The payout's coming every week, isn't it?
The payout's coming because we continue to talk about it.
Yeah.
That more and more people are like, yeah, business, go make your money. Which is what they want, is to be like, hey, this is about golf. Who cares that we do terrible things? Here's a bunch of money. And it's working.
And they're playing to get over it. And look, the more and more golfers that do go over there, and we'll see. Why would we believe that this is the end of it? Don't you think there's going to be more players that leave the PGA Tour and go over to Live?
There's going to be more.
And by the way, and I don't know if you know this, because, and I think most people do not, because it's a Saudi-funded league or series or tour, and because the first event was in London, do you know that 5 of the 8 events, including their championship, are in the United States of America? What? That's right. Portland and Chicago. I think they went up to Boston. I know the final was in Miami. So it's not like you just got to travel the globe every week. The travel's easier because there's only 8 of them. The money's bigger. They pay for your caddy. They pay for your lodge. I mean, there's something to what they're doing here. And that money's not going to dry up. That's the piece of it. As long as the Saudis want to fund this, JJ, it's not going to dry up. Maurice says, when does your road trip start, Jeffy? Yesterday, I drove around the fringes of New Mexico. An increasing number of stations were $4.99.9 for gas. They're all waiting for that first station to go above $5 a gallon, and everyone will jump on the bandwagon. Yes. It hurts to fill up your tank. Yes. All right, on the NBA. Bruce says, I'm going to have to take up drinking or gambling, like Anne Marie. That's the only thing that can make the NBA watchable again. It's really interesting takes on the NBA. Look, I'm 100% on board with you. These have not been the best playoffs ever. In fact, I will go with you and tell you they've been some of the not best. I don't know, worst, not best playoffs ever. But they've kind of been watchable, right?
Jeff, this is the classic symbiotism. I'm not going to tell you what to like. I don't like horse racing. I don't watch it. But I don't tell you that all the time. Like, the NBA has got you Steph Curry, the Dynastic Warriors, and an up-and-coming Celtics team. And if they're not giving you games down to the wire, you have a remote control if you want to watch something else.
Actually, it prompts me into another thought. The NBA is so damn lucky that the Warriors are in this. What if this was would Luka move the needle if it was Dallas? Isn't that who they beat in the Western Conference Final? Yes. If it was Dallas against this Boston team, and the games were kind of like they are, Yesterday was another double-digit game. I mean, as much as we sat there and watched a competitive game, it was a double-digit game. Would Luka would he get you going like Steph's getting you going? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Would who else?
Well, it wasn't a bad game.
No,
like
wasn't.
if you don't like basketball, if you're like, oh, the NBA, they're soft, you're not watching it. Like it got away late. But
no, the last two games
we don't watch sports for every single game going down to the wire. That's impossible.
Yeah. The last two games have been a good watch. Yes. All right, struggles with Charger Land. Spanos family feud. That's the ownership, by the way. Oh, really? Not with the Chargers. It can't be. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, and Adrian on 95.9 FM. And AM is 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
A Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us. Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Cindietta, and JJ Buck.
All right, so we're going into the back end of the week on Thursday with Boston, Massachusetts kind of being the center of the American sports world. Brookline is where they'll play the U.S. Open golf. You're going to be watching that with added interest with the LIV issue. And Game 6 of the NBA Finals will be in Boston with the Warriors up 3-2, and so the Celtics needing to win to stay alive. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. A-Marie produced on the radio side. Call and talk to her. She will charm you. And then try to hear you.
They chat.
Do they all try to charm you?
They just like to chat. Our callers are very lovely.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go
Stay
on.
focused.
Let's go on air,
Got a
y'all.
job to do.
Let's go on air.
Hey, how you doing? You get any of that? How you doing?
Craft your take,
you know.
have it ready to go.
You still married?
I'm still
All
married.
right, just checking.
Fellas, ladies.
She's still married,
It's-
fellas, ladies, y'all. Y'all?
Y'all.
What's the official plural you in the English language? There is not one, right?
Oh, no.
Like in Spanish, it's ustedes, right? So
Yous
it's
guys.
yous guys, yins guys in Pittsburgh, you guys back east, y'all down in the south, you out west. It's like you're supposed to know. Right? Yous guys, y'all. Which one do you use more? Adam uses y'all. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's y'all.
I like y'all.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
But sometimes I don't know. I'm not like Brian Kelly, but
family.
I'm not gonna like change my accent. But yeah, y'all.
It's a good transition for family. You know the family runs the Chargers, and you know how I love me some Charger disorder.
Oh boy.
So the Chargers should not be in LA, right? Do we all agree that the Chargers belong in San Diego? Do we still agree with that, or are you guys not with me anymore? What the hell are the Chargers doing in LA? Who cares about the Chargers in LA? Do you?
I feel like you're more passionate
I am.
than us as for your San Diego.
Well, I grew up in LA. I spent 8 years in San Diego. Yeah, and I've got a lot of buddies in San Diego who were really, really hurt by this, right? I mean, long-time supporters. I told you, I got 2 buddies whose their parents had season tickets, and they passed them down, and they shared the season ticket until the Chargers left. The Spanos, I mean, they hate the Spanos family. And the father, who's since passed away and put the kids in charge. And then they go to LA, and nobody cares. I mean, Lenny's the only Charger. Oh, that's not true. There's another Charger fan running around somewhere. I mean, how many Charger fans do you know? I think Buck's a Charger fan, right? Robert? I think that's right.
Here's the harsh reality.
Yeah.
Sports teams don't care about you. They don't care about the fans.
I'm well aware of that.
I know, but fans have this false loyalty. Like what they give to franchises are giving back to them.
No.
And that's not the case. And this goes back to the conversation that we are having. Why would the Chargers be in LA? For a beautiful stadium and the fact that they're still making money.
And there's a lot of money. No, that's right. All right, so there's the Spanos kids basically own the Chargers, okay? So there's been a long-standing legal dispute, evidently, with the kids, who are now grown kids. So the sister, the current owner is Dean Spanos. His sister, Dee, filed a lawsuit accusing Dean Spanos of, quote, misogynistic and financially ruinous, end quote, business practices. And she's arguing that the Spanos family has no choice but to sell the team so they can pay off their debts. There's this whole lawsuit. She wants basically 51% of the team, so it would make her the majority owner. And the family, the other families, it's unfortunate that our sister Dee, who clearly has no interest in continuing to participate in the family business, has resorted to leveling false and provocative charges in an attempt to impose her will on the rest of the family. The three of us and our children, representing more than 75% of the family in its ownership of the business, stand united in support for our parents' and grandparents' wishes, including to continued ownership. All I know is they might be the next team to sell. They're going to make a bunch of money because if the Broncos just sold for $4.65 billion, this team's in LA and playing in that stadium, they're going to sell for more. So I think this is a power play for her to get, she wants to cash out. But I love, and I know Charger fan, like I don't know how you feel about this, but the former Charger fans, the ones that are in San Diego, love the fact that this thing may fall apart.
Yeah, and I think that's different too. And I just saying that teams don't care about you. They care about money. They care about their fan bases. But, when we look at the Chargers, it's if you're a Charger fan that doesn't live in San Diego, are you that hurt?
I don't know if there's many Charger fans that are left in San Diego, but
I mean, if you're just a Charger fan, like it's how many football fans in this state have actually ever lived in the city of the team they root?
No, that's right. If you're a Charger fan that lives in Albuquerque, you're still a Charger fan. No, you don't care. It didn't affect you. No, that's right. This is really interesting. So the sister, Dee, is claiming that Dean, the controlling brother, his decision to relocate the Chargers from San Diego to LA in 2017 put the trust more than $358 million in debt. She claims that he moved $105 million from the trust. Wouldn't it be nice to have this kind of crazy trust money? To various debts, claiming that he manipulated the trust to borrow over $60 million for the wasteful purchase of a private plane. It has no business justification. By the way, she's represented by the same attorney who helped Jeannie Buss take control of the Lakers.
Here we go. Family drama.
I mean, jump on this.
Ownership.
Never mind. Well, Johnny Depp and that whole thing was pretty amazing. This won't be as serious as that, but this can be pretty good now.
Oh, you had no need for that private plane. Can't justify that expense.
Is that what they go for? $60 million?
If you had that money, is it better to rent or buy a private jet?
Really good question.
Like the cost of maintenance and fuel versus just renting it.
But then you own it, and it's yours. All right, we're going to take my jet. And I imagine it's how much do you fly? How much are you moving?
Going if you go to the games.
I read a description yesterday of Phil Mickelson being once again private jet rich. How much money is that guy? Well, he's private.
Why'd you go over there? I wanted a private jet.
That's a good distinction, right? Does that adjective kind of give you an idea how much money someone has? How really does he have? Well, he's private jet rich. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Does that help you a little bit? Yeah, I get it. All right, since we're playing a legal game, can we stay here? Montrell Harrell facing felony drug charges. The Charlotte Hornets big man. He was pulled over by a Kentucky state trooper. Evidently, this happened last month. The Charlotte Observer reported. Happened on May 12th.
Must have been a Wildcats fan. Montrezl Harrell went to Louisville.
Yeah. He admitted to being in possession of marijuana. I don't know that he admitted to 3 pounds of it, but he admitted to, I got a little weed on me.
Everything in the car, sir. 3 pounds of marijuana.
I got a little weed on me. 3 pounds in vacuum-sealed bags in a backpack in the back seat. Rented vehicle.
Montrez, what's your fall guy?
So processing or having between 8 ounces or 5 joints. That's how they in Kentucky. So 8 ounces or whatever. That's how they're listening.
How big are the joints?
Evidently, they're just mildly rolled. Not that I would understand any of that. Just what I'm told. It's a Class D felony for first-time offenders in Kentucky. So a fine between $1,000 and $10,000, punishable between 1 and 5 years of incarceration. That's 8 ounces. Dude had 5. What did I tell you? 3 pounds. 3 pounds. 3 pounds. No comment from the Hornets yet. 3 pounds. I don't know, man. And I guess I've never been there, so it's hard. If I'm hauling something like that, if I know I've got it, and you might be in a hurry, but aren't you doing everything you can and not? Like I'm setting my cruise control right at the number.
You're using your blinker.
I'm stopping completely at stoplights and not rolling through them. All right, stop signs. Not tailgating. I'm just saying, man. If I'm
in a rental car.
Well, officer, yeah, I got a little weed on you. All right, step out of the car, sir.
Or you just have your buddy do it and not yourself.
Where's your fall guy,
Chris Carter?
Where's your boy, Chris Carter?
That we all need. Have a fall person.
Have a fall guy.
It wasn't me.
Come on, man.
And then you could just go shaggy on it, and it wasn't me. Yes. You're familiar with that, right?
Of course I am.
Chris Carter.
My favorite football player of all time.
Talking to the rookies. The best advice he ever had. Not stay out of trouble, not don't do it, not be smart. Have a fall guy. Have someone in your posse that's going to haul your 3 pounds of weed. Don't you do it yourself. The hell's wrong with you, man?
Be a better person. Just have someone else's fingerprints on everything.
They can take the fall. Go on, give me a. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Did you know they could put other people's fingerprints on your hands?
Who knew? I mean, I wasn't there. That dude must have taken my fingerprints. Wait, what?
Who's his fall guy?
Who's fall guy?
Chris Carter.
I'm sure whoever it is, they're telling you.
Paid him off.
That's right. Dude took a fall. It didn't hit.
He didn't thank him in the Hall of Fame speech.
Dude, maybe he did.
Ooh.
Maybe he did. And I want to thank that dude. You know what you did.
I'd like to thank Billy, who just got out of jail. Congratulations for
thanks for taking the hit for me.
For my Hall of Fame career.
To Billy and Johnny and Herb, all y'all. That's a y'all.
Someone in Philly.
Yeah, that's a y'all right there. All y'all for taking those hits for me. That's right. Have a fall guy, Montrez Harrell. 3 pounds, dude. So I mean, dude might be facing time. If you're gonna tell me that if you have 8 ounces, up to 5 joints, 8 ounces, that's $1,000 to $10,000 and between 1 and 5 years. How you telling me dude may not be doing time in Kentucky for having 3 pounds of weed?
And what did the guy walk up and he had like a Wildcats undershirt on, and then Montrez immediately was like, "Dang it,
I'm done." Yeah, I'm
like, so, who, sir, who do you root for?
Go
Cats.
Blue. Go Blue.
And you're like,
yeah,
I'm done.
And dude knows I got 3 pounds.
Dude walks up, Louisville alum. It's like, oh, Montrez, what's up? See you later.
That's right. It's 100% how that works. 100%. 505-246-0610, 888-922-06. I mean, again, I've never muled it like 3 pounds of weed before, but I'm just guessing speed limit, stay between the lines. I don't know. What do I know? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Channel.
The Jim Rome.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends.
Sorry about that, I moved your visual medium. All right, this is kind of news for Cowboy fans. You ready for it? Cowboy fan? Why are you looking at me like that? Dalton Schultz, he's your tight end. He's in a contract dispute. And there was this mandatory mini camp. Will Dalton Schultz hold out? Is he going to be there? And I know a lot of you have been really concerned about that this morning. Patrick Walker of CBS Sports reported that Dalton Schultz will go to minicamp. He's made his decision, and it's probably not a surprise. He initially said that he might skip the workouts, but Dalton Schultz will be there. He's expected to report today. Ended his little holdout. Look, he's already signed the franchise tag. It'll pay him about 11 million, just under 11 million, fully guaranteed. I don't know what Dalton Schultz thinks Dalton Schultz should make. Good tight end. I don't know that anybody thinks he's great. He's a very good player. He's become nice. And feels like $11 million is about kind of in the ballpark where Dalton Schultz should be, don't you?
Yes. That's not going to be the make or break part of the season and or off season for the Dallas Cowboys. Having Dalton Schultz to be nice. But these are the ones you look at and go, okay.
Well, for Cowboy fan, though, I think it's, and knowing where we are, I think there's so many Cowboy fans here, and I saw this one come down this morning, and I thought Cowboy fan would be interested in that one.
Speaking of Texas,
please,
the text line. Got
I see
one.
what you did there. See, Texas.
I worked in Texas for a spell. There is a plural for y'all. It's all y'all.
All y'all.
All
I
y'all
like
get
that
over
better.
here.
All right, so
All y'all.
So y'all just means some of y'all?
Yes.
But if you go all y'all, so when do you use one, when do you use the other? I guess I've done it. All y'all as opposed to y'all.
Kind of like the sounds like a roundup.
So y'all would be like a few y'all. Like there's 3 or 4 of you. And so y'all understand that. But when we're talking to the masses, like all y'all.
All y'all listen up.
So Cowboy fan, got some news for all y'all. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Right? But if I was just talking to y'all and just told you that there's no more coffee, somebody needs to make coffee, that would be y'all. But Cowboy fans, all y'all need to hear this. That's the difference? I'm down.
Makes sense.
Look, I'm here to learn. No, I who said that? It doesn't. It text. Thank you for that. There's a plural for the plural. There's a plural for the plural, and it's not just y'all, it's all y'all. All right, that's what you got? Anything else on there?
It's always better to rent access to planes for the only moderately rich. Because someone is calling the Spanos family only moderately rich.
I don't know. I think
Spend that being on the lowest rung of most billionaire rankings.
Oh, I looked up on the Google.
Yeah.
Y'all and all y'all.
Yeah. And?
Y'all is used when addressing 2 or more people. All y'all is a large group of people.
So kind of what I said.
Ding ding.
Yeah, ding ding. Just let you know.
Oh. Well, validates
You're Google.
Google validation.
I am Google. Just call me Google. No, that's a dude on Jeopardy.
Or Ryan.
Yeah, or Ryan. Ryan knows this.
Ryan.
Do you know
Ryan's
Ryan?
our Google.
He's going to be in studio on
Can't wait.
Monday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So next Monday in the 9 o'clock hour, Ryan will be, actually, he's going to be in Albuquerque. Ryan, and Ryan's stories, JJ and I talked about this. Ryan spends the college football season. He kind of keeper of the trophy. He takes the college football playoff championship trophy around and goes town to town, game to game, event to event, and make sure that the trophy listens to us so we can post it on our social medium. But he'll be in for the New Mexico Bowl golf tournament, which is next Monday. So he'll spend an hour in studio with us on Monday at 9 o'clock, if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down
I'd
with
like
that
to
too.
bring him something like bologna or something.
Ooh,
Shredded bologna sandwich, free beers.
I might have to stop and pick up burritos.
Ooh, burritos. Yeah, he probably needs his burrito fix.
Yeah. Bruce says, if we talk Triple Crown, Joe? Yeah, JJ just didn't tell you he didn't like it, but he didn't tell you he didn't like it. What do you think of talking heads screaming the races need to spread out? 3 and 5 weeks are too tough. Too many horses taking races off for load management. Look, some people care. He does. I'm not gonna lie. This was the most quiet Triple Crown season I can remember. You had a super long shot win the Derby, and then not go in the Preakness. And so the Belmont became, all right, and the small field. It was like, yeah, that horse isn't going to repeat. And by the way, the Derby winner finished way back in the pack of the Belmont. Like, was that a fluke? Hell yeah, it was a fluke. Like, I mean, how did that happen? One of the longest shots ever wins the Derby, doesn't run the Preakness and just got pumped in the Belmont. Okay, and that's why nobody heard. Maury says Lobo basketball June equals Lobo football in July. Lobo fans in July. Jeff, Lobo basketball is always locked in June. Just like Lobo football fans are always ready to go to the games in July. Wait until a chilly evening in November when guys aren't playing and there are lots of empty seats in the stadium, and then let's revisit the issue. Well, what's the issue, Maurice? Let's revisit what issue? I mean, are you telling me that there's not going to be big crowds on chilly evenings in November? Like, really? I hope you're wrong. I mean, what if the team is, I don't know, JJ, what does the team have to be for crowds to come out? What if they're 5-3?
11-0.
Well, never mind. What if they're 5-3 going to the last 2 games? I don't even know who the last 2 games are. I know that the home schedule is front-loaded, though. And there's not that many games in July this year. Because aren't the first...
Well, they don't have any games in July.
I'm sorry, in November. Yeah.
They have one home game in November.
What is it? San Diego State. And that's a Friday. It's going to be a Friday evening, right?
Air Force, Colorado State.
Senior Day is going to be
at home.
Yeah. Senior Day is going to be a Friday in November.
This is a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Home. At LSU.
Ooh.
At UNLV.
Brian Kelly.
Home versus Wyoming. At New Mexico State. Home versus Fresno State. At Utah State. At Air Force. Host the Aztecs at Colorado State.
All right. So what if they're? Let's just say they're 5-3. But if you look at that, and I should pull it up. But for them to be 5-3 in November going to the San Diego State game, they would have beaten. What would their league record be? Probably. You figure they'd beat.
They would. San Diego State's game 11.
Yeah.
Of the season.
So 5-3 only equals 8. Let's say they're 5-5. They need to win one of the last 2 to get bowl eligible. What would their bowl record, their conference record would be? Let's just say they're going to beat Maine, probably New Mexico State at that point. What would they be? 3 wins in conference? Whatever. They need 1 win in their last 2 to get bowl eligible. Okay. San Diego State at home and Colorado State on the road, and they haven't beat Colorado State in the last 11 years. Will people come out on a Friday night? Well, it depends on the weather, Jeff, and it depends on high school football. And would people come out on Friday night for senior night if they're 5-5 to go see against San Diego State, who you all hate, to see if they San Diego State's good and they're going to be 14.5-point favorites, and to see if this team can figure out a way to get bowl eligible. I'd like to believe so. I mean, Maurice says hell no, and he might be right.
I will always hold the faith, despite being beaten down and knowing how history has treated Lobo football, how fans have treated Lobo football. I'll be glass half full guy.
All right, I'm down. So I look at this. Let's just say, and I hate doing this, but I'm going to do it. Let's say they beat Maine, somehow find a way to beat UTEP, beat UNLV, beat New Mexico State, and beat either Wyoming, Utah State, or Air Force. Okay? Feasible? Beat Maine, lose to Boise State. Beat UTEP, lose to LSU. Beat UNLV. Beat Wyoming because you beat them every year. Beat New Mexico State, lose to Fresno, and lose to UTEP. See, if it goes that way, you'd have lost 3 in a row. You'd have been 5-2 and then lose 3 in a row. Right? If you lose to Fresno State, Utah State, Air Force, they've lost 3 in a row. They're done. They're limping. We're not going to the game. Right? If it goes that way, they're 5-5, but they lost 3 in a row. They're probably on the 15th quarterback. What? I've been here, man. I mean, I hope it's not the way it is, but if that's the scenario, if they lose 3 in a row, it's probably going to be quarterback injuries, and people are just going to. And basketball plays this weekend, and then basketball opens up tomorrow against Southeastern Western Maine State.
Already, I don't even need to play this season. We can write the script and send it in.
All right, can you see that scenario though?
Yes.
Beat Maine, lose to Boise. I'm just throwing stuff. I'm not telling you. Beat UTEP, lose at LSU. Beat UNLV and Wyoming. So now you're 4-2. Beat the Aggies. You're 5-2. You're rolling, and you're 2-0 in league. And let's say you lose to Fresno at home, lose it at Utah State, lose at Air Force. Now you're 5-5 with 2 left. I mean, I know pulling stuff out of my little crevice. I get it. But I'm just saying. All right, I got to take this break. I'll go to the phones when we get back. Will you go to that game, though? Come on.
I mean, tell me, on June 14th, will you go to the November 18th Lobo football game?
Yeah.
To know right now.
Call now, 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Telling it like it is.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dreams are stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together.
I know that's not fair. Would you go? What kind of junk is that? But, I mean, would you? Would you
Can I get
go?
an RSVP, please?
Yeah, all right, you in? Buy your tickets now. Goper said, quietest Triple Crown season. It didn't help that Bob Baffert was also suspended. In this new blueprint, or is this the new blueprint? Connections try to pick and choose their sport instead of shooting to get to the post and all. I don't know what that means. Honestly, don't know what that means. All right, did I read all these? I get them to you yesterday, Jeremy. I got you that. Asked you about Liv. All right, so that's your correspondence. I think I got most of that in for you. 505-246-0610. Looking forward to. What do you think of the Nuggets trade yesterday? So, is it a nothing burger? Is it something? Nuggets and Oklahoma City got together in a trade.
For Denver, it's moving assets. I do think they want to make a move higher in the first round in 2 weeks. That's an NBA draft is here, so they acquired the 30th overall pick from the Thunder, and I think it's building assets to then make a bigger move. Jamal Murray comes back. You got Jokic, Monte Morris, Will Barton potentially on the trade block. They need a impact perimeter player. I think they're angling for that.
So they moved Michael Green. That was the trade. And a future first. So Green and a first for the 30th pick in this year? Seems like Oklahoma City did okay, didn't it?
Green's not going to play really much at all. He's a back into the rotation player.
Right.
Future first round pick, so it's 2027. But that's who knows what the Nuggets will be at that point in time, if they'll be in rebuilding mode or not. And it's angling to acquire assets, because if you're Denver, you have huge question marks. It's Jamal Murray, and then it's this kid Michael Porter Jr. You got him because he had health question marks coming out of Missouri, and he's had health question marks in the NBA, and you just gave him a boatload of money. Can he be your Andrew Wiggins?
Yeah, everybody's going to be looking for that. Everybody's going to be looking for that. Well, this just went down this morning, huh? I mean, I don't know what's better this week, the golf of the U.S. Open or the talk of the U.S. Open. Rory took another shot, and Rory's on a run now. Rory won last week. Rory McIlroy won the Canadian Open, the PGA event. And he's been the voice of the PGA Tour, honestly. But Rory had his press conference today, said he's disappointed that some of the PGA players took what he calls the easy way out. He was at his news conference this morning, and he said that he understands why aging players, Phil, were tempted by the millions of dollars in signing bonuses that LIV Golf is tempting players with. But he says the younger ones who left the PGA Tour made a short-sighted decision. Quote, I understand, yes, because a lot of these guys are in their late 40s. In Phil's case, early 50s. Yeah, I think everyone in the room would say to themselves that their best days are behind them. That's why I don't understand for the guys that are similar age to me going, because I would like to believe that my best days are still ahead of me. And I think theirs are too. So that's where it feels like you're taking the easy way out, end quote. He said he didn't lose respect for Mickelson as a player. Well, how could you as a player? He's a golf's oldest major winner and all that. Quote, he won a major championship 13 months ago, probably one of the crowning achievements of his career, one of the most impressive achievements in the history of the game of golf. As a golfer, I have the utmost respect for Phil. I've been disappointed with how he went about what he's done, but I think he's come back and shown some remorse about how he's handled some of the things, so I think he's learned from that. End quote. Who's going to clap back at Rory? Somebody's got to, right? And I don't know, and maybe nobody will, and maybe nobody needs to. Maybe they're all just sitting there on the LIV side and just going,
all right, Rory, don't play.
Yeah,
Stay with your PGA.
I'm going to make my millions.
There you go, Rory. Yeah. Keep going.
Now, if one of these LIV guys win this week,
I'm so excited about this.
Bryson wins this week. Patrick Reed can win this week.
Phil
can't win this week. Phil finishes third and fourth. Yeah, you're right.
God, how great would that be?
All right. Well, all right. Let me give you a scenario.
Let's look at the odds.
No. Let me give you a crazy scenario. Okay. What is
Rory, Phil?
No. Okay, down on Sunday. What is the one thing in his career Phil has not done? The one thing. The one
is the U.S. Open.
He has not won the U.S. Open.
Oh,
and he's been so close so many times, right? He's finished second numerous times. So he's coming down the stretch, and a year ago, people love Phil. Oh, Phil's going to finally get the U.S. Open. Where's the gallery then? Are they behind him, or are they killing him?
I think it's split.
Yeah. Do you go back to the Phil sentiment, or you bleep Phil sentiment?
think it would be split. You have the people that are like PGA Tour, World Golf Rankings. Yeah, and other people are like, you got paid a bunch of money, but I like hefty lefty.
You know, you go to NCAA tournament game and an SEC team wins or a bowl game, and you hear SEC, right? People cheer for their league. Are we going to get to that? LIV. I mean, is that kind of where we're going to go? Because there's going to be young brash people and maybe old brash.
Oh, there's going to be the mashed potatoes, dude. People screaming everything, and we'll see how they handle it. And
show me the money.
Let go in the gallery.
Yeah. I think that's fascinating. Now, I don't think Phil can play this way. I just don't. I think the way he's playing. I think, honestly, and you know my feel. I've said this a zillion times.
Mentally,
that's 100%. I think the difference between the top 50 golfers in the world is so small that this game is won the best. That 12 inches between your ears. Who is going to be mentally strong? And I just think there's too much in Phil's head right now that for him to compete.
150 to 1 odds.
It's not worth it. I mean, go ahead and do it. I just don't see
10 to 1.
Any scenario Phil wins. Who's the favorite?
Rory, 10 to 1.
Rory's the favorite.
And then Justin Thomas.
Who's the best? Who's the highest favorite?
John Rahm,
live player?
Cameron Smith. Good question.
DJ? It's got to be DJ, right? Or Bryson?
I'm going down. Dustin.
What's
Dustin
he at?
Johnson, 40 to 1.
40 to 1.
Last time Bryson played.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. I just, you guys, there can be, and I don't know if there will, but there can be some fascinating stories this week at the U.S. Open. All right, we got to take the break. Two lines open, 505-246-0610. You guys have a great week, please. All right. We'll get your calls. Golf next. It's the opening drive. Man, what do you think? How would you root for Phil? He's never won the Open. It was one of the greatest what-ifs in sports.
Anti-hero or villain?
Oh, he's villain, but are you going to root for villain coming down the stretch? It would be just amazing if that happens. It won't. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM, 610 Sports Channel.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit CarCrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like dream style stucco.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest.
This twist where it's not just Rory going at DJ, how's Brooks Koepka doing? There's a different edge where it's PGA Tour versus Liv. Like, that's going to be a part of the conversation. And how does it play out? Because everyone is talking about it. No one is hiding from it. And here we go. It's opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. JJ Buck, Amory. Phone line, text line, 505-246-0610. Jim, you're on the opening drive. Good morning, Jim. What's going on?
Hey, good morning to all you guys out there. It's good to talk to you guys again, man. This thing is getting pretty comical, and watching Rory kind of call out Greg Norman in his acceptance speech Sunday, I thought was nice. And then coming into this week is truly sorry about that. It's truly one of those things that's going to be an epic showdown. I can't wait for the mashed potatoes guy to yell something like, "Say hello to my little friend," when Phil hits it on the 18th and goes wayward again. So I'm be interested to see if Phil even actually makes the cut this weekend. Currently, I'm also fascinated to see these little kids that are lining up to have pictures with him this week. I mean, come on, it's awful. They're used to this clean-shaven Phil Mickelson, and now he certainly looks like he just got off a jet from Colombia. Oh, I'm sorry, Saudi Arabia. Oh, I'm sorry, was it London? Somewhere like that, wherever the Live Tour was playing. Anyway, I don't know what it is. I was thinking about, we're red-blooded Americans, and so, I don't know, PGA Tour is all America in so many ways. I mean, even though, there's tournaments that, are people that we allow to play in the tournaments from time to time with exemptions. But I can't wait to just see the showdown. I mean, it is kind of going to be against one against the other, but the reality is, at this moment in time, other than the money, it's still beta versus VHS, or for the younger crowd, I guess, Blu-ray versus whatever that other format was. So,
DVD.
Anyway, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it for sure. I mean, I already have somewhat this morning. I got in kind of late, but I know for sure that Phil can't handle these U.S. I mean, have you seen the depth on the rough? I mean, it's unheard of. And then some of the slopes on these greens, it's just unbearable. And so I just don't think he can really handle the pressure. But, hey, come in, be cool, calm, and reserved, try and pretend like, I'm here for all business, whatever, Phil. The truth is, now you are the villain. And unfortunately, you're going to have to embrace it.
Yeah, Jim, appreciate the call. And that's the hardest thing for these guys, is when they take that turn. We saw LeBron struggle with it when people were blasting him for going to Miami doing a television show.
Yeah.
How dare someone do a television show? And he struggled with that for a little bit. I think he still does at times, but when you are used to being the most liked person, the lovable loser, Phil kind of had that. Even though he won and he was really good, he was always number 2.
I would have loved what was it, the special that LeBron did? Like, remember that little TV? What was it? Do you remember when he went to South Beach? He made this announcement. They made a whole.
Well, was that a
night
Boys
out
and
of
Girls
it.
Club?
Yeah.
Was it in Cleveland or
I
Akron?
can't remember where it was, but it was some huge deal.
And he was sitting there, and he's like, we're raising money for the Boys and Girls
and
Club.
by the way,
but I'm taking my talents to Miami. And I was like, you suck.
You
I
sell
hate
out.
you.
Burned all the jerseys.
Who does this? It's like, hey, she tried
burned all the-
something, and it didn't quite work for
that's very funny.
his public perception. But that's, to Jim's point, that's going to be, Phil Mickelson. He was the talking with the gallery, hefty lefty, the lovable loser. And I do think it's going to be split because he walked himself into this. Phil is at the forefront. No one cares about Greg Norman. As much as Roy McIlroy wants to talk about it, take shots at him, Phil Mickelson is the face of this golf tour because he is the famous one. It's not Greg Norman.
Of course.
And, we're seeing the pressure on Phil because he thought this was going to be a lot smoother transition than it ended up being. But then we're also, for all of us out there, this is life in terms of, you want to try to take stands, and in sport it's really hard because we expect these pro leagues to have morals and be like, oh, you got to suspend this person, you got to do that. But it's, there's so much of this stuff that's intertwined, big business wise, and when you start pulling it back, it opens your eyes. And for Phil Mickelson, can he own that? And how does he own that when he was a stan for the Saudi government? He didn't just keep it straight business. When you start trying to excuse this stuff, that's what got him in trouble. If you're just talking business, people are going to pressure you. But if you keep it business, you don't say positive things about the Saudis, like, oh, they're scary, that's why you got to be careful. You just say, this was a business decision where I'm at in my career. Makes it a little bit easier. But then you see the hole that he fell into, trying to dig himself out and figure out where he is in his life right now.
And as we can see, I think it's beyond golf. The gambling stuff that's coming out. And there might be more and more stuff that's coming out, and I think there is because Philly looks a little nervous. But most athletes now just go, they don't care where they're going. They just want to make the money. I know people, I think people's problem is where it's the Saudi money.
You're and this is so different because you're an individual.
Right. It's not
making that decision. You're not like, well, this
a
is the
star
only place I
receiver
can
going
play.
to the Jets or whatever. Like they're just, it's an independent contractor. I just think it's funny. Like, okay, Rory, we get it. You don't like it, so don't like it.
And credit to Rory.
He's holding his ground. I like it though. He's holding his ground.
He's all right. He's like, I'll take the flag for the PGA Tour.
Yeah, he's all right.
I'll step up and be the face for y'all. And he just dropped a tournament dub on you.
And JJ, what I always say, you can chirp all you want, but what is Rory doing? He won.
Got to back it up.
Winning.
It's why people
everything.
were willing to listen to Draymond Green talk to Scott Van Pelt last night because he actually was an effective basketball player.
Maybe Phil should be on Draymond's podcast.
Terry, you're on the opening drive. What's up, Terry?
Good morning, JJ. Good morning, A. Marie. I tried to keep it short when saying hi to you this morning. I didn't want to get on the bad list with Jeff. We're talking too much to Marie. So maybe on the golf, maybe it'll turn into like the Ryder Cup. That'd be kind of fun because I think it will be split. I'll be rooting against Phil. From that standpoint, this weekend we might hear loud cheers when somebody hits it into the water. It used to be, somebody make a 30-foot putt and you think, oh, eagle, whatnot. Now it might be, oh, yeah, they really played bad, and so you'll be split. Some will be cheering yes, no, whatever. I kind of want to back, like, the hockey fight where you have one guy kicking somebody's behind on the hockey. They could put Rory's face up there, and then Greg Norman's be the guy getting his butt kicked, and somebody else could be doing that, So, it'll be interesting to see if everybody stays still the way they do at the foo-foo golf tournaments and just do the little claps and whatnot, or if the fans do get into it. And
I think it'll get interesting.
Act like they'll normally do it and all that. Just real quick, NBA, Coach Jeff, I guess, had split, but it did wonder why LeBron was a little petty when they drafted Wiggins way back, and he didn't even acknowledge Wiggins because they had to wait 6 weeks before they could trade him for Love. And, LeBron said, I'm back in Cleveland, and he listed everybody on the roster except Wiggins, said he was going to be happy to see him and everything like that. And so from the fact there, they had every right to trade him to Minnesota. And so from that standpoint, but I'm glad for Wiggins getting the chance. But I never think he could be a number one, but he can be a good Robin because as much as Edward said, everybody needs a superstar. I'm just trying to think who won without a Robin. You have a superstar, but this year, you had numerous ones. Giannis, Middleton's out. Joker, Murray's out. So it takes more than one. It is good to have a superstar, but I haven't seen many do it by themselves. But you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Be safe.
In the NBA, it's a pretty simple formula.
Terry,
and
big Kansas guy. He's a big Kansas guy.
Jayhawks. And we know it's no surprise. Michael Jordan.
Scottie Pippen.
He had his Scottie Pippen. Like, it's still a team sport, but an individual is magnified in basketball.
Absolutely.
And it's why you look in the Miami Heat, for as good as they are, if they had an Andrew Wiggins, they had a Bradley
if Jimmy
Beal.
Butler had an Andrew Wiggins, you mean?
Because guess when the last time Andrew Wiggins went to the playoffs? When Jimmy Butler was his teammate in Minnesota.
Funny how that works.
There you go. You ready for the U.S. Open?
I'm ready.
Doesn't start tomorrow. However, we're going to have a little U.S. Open draft.
Can't wait.
You and me, we're going to put
I'm
nachos
ready.
on the line.
Oh, I'm very excited.
And maybe have a little get-together.
Yes, we need to do that in general, but yes.
And get some people to show up and have some fun on a weekend. We got a U.S. Open draft tomorrow. We're talking with Sebastian Well, ProView Networks, Duke City Gladiators, but a lot of big prep news over the last couple weeks. Brandon Mason, ABC Prep Academy, but also TBT is going to join us because it's a huge summer for basketball here in the 505. We got the Jim Rome Show coming up next. Colin Cowherd follows that. The boys on at 4 o'clock, and Ice Hope Baseball back. Everybody, Metal World, peace and love. Have a great day.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at Car Crafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style.